Anchors up, sails at full. Welcome to the Sloopcast. How you doing today, Kyle?
Doing all right, Jared. Doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing good. New tradition, good tradition. All right, Kyle. In this episode, we need to talk about the week of college football that was. We need to talk about the week of college football that is upcoming. We have a lot to do today.
A lot. So let's get right into it. So let's pull up, Jared. Let's pull up our tier list. I'm going to go through a lot of the games here.
Tier list first.
There we go. All right. First off, well, actually, we're not going to cover Ohio State, Texas, because that happened. We did that in the previous episode, but we do have to talk about Texas.
Yeah.
Does Texas, which was in our S tier, do they belong in the S tier still, or do they go down to A tier?
They lost to the number one team on the road by a single score. That's not a bad loss. I still consider them one of the favorites to win the national championship. I think there's definitely some questions, especially on their offensive side of the ball, that they need to address. But hey, it's September.
It is September. I think they stay in S tier.
That's what I was getting at. So yeah, let's keep them in S tier.
All right. LSU on the road victory against Clemson.
I agree, Suncard.
LSU looking pretty good in their opening game on the road.
Yeah.
I don't
Both
remember
of these teams look
LSU.
sloppy at time.
I don't remember where we had LSU originally. Were they at A tier?
Yeah. If you can see where they're mostly in A tier, but I have them kind of in S tier as sort of a reminder to talk about it.
Sure. Okay.
They get a win.
I can
a top 10 win.
I would say maybe put them in S tier just because on the road, tough environment to win on the road there, and defense looked really good. So sure, I'd say after 1 week, we can put them in S tier.
Do you consider them a favorite to win? A favorite, not the favorite. Do you consider them a favorite to win the national title?
A favorite after week 1? Yeah, I would say so. After what we've seen, yeah.
Okay. Now the flip side of that, Clemson lost that football game. Once again, now unlike Texas, they were at home. That's probably a key difference. But it's a top 10. But they lose to a top 10 team by a single score.
They do, but here's my argument about Clemson. Looking at their schedule, they don't have a lot of great games on their schedule. They really don't. They have to run the table
right
to get in. Like, I don't see Clemson really getting in unless they get a good win against South Carolina and win the ACC. So now, I think because of that, they're outside the bubble, in my opinion, right now.
I would say to keep in mind that losing to LSU does not hurt their chances to win the ACC. That is a out of conference game.
But
do they play?
But
do they play Florida State and do they play Miami this year?
They do play Florida State. They do not play Miami. Here's why I think Clemson this week goes into B tier, and that's because of Florida State and Miami that we're going to be talking about next here.
I think that's a fair point.
Two ACC teams ahead of Clemson. At this point, I don't see 3 ACC teams getting it. And that is the only reason why I'm putting Clemson in B tier. Only because there's 2 ACC teams ahead. That is the only reason.
Kyle, when we started today, I was going to make sure Clemson stayed in A tier. You talked me out of it.
All right. Moving on. Notre Dame losing on the road. Last second field goal. Well, 3 seconds left. Whatever. To Miami, 27-24.
Yeah.
little sloppy. Both teams. Well, everybody's sloppy. It's week 1. What am I kidding? Everybody was sloppy here. Not a great loss. I'm going to consider this to be like the Texas loss. It's a top team on the road. You lose by 3 points.
You said not a great loss. I think you meant to say that. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Thank you. Yep, my bad.
Good.
So I don't want to penalize Notre Dame much. Yeah, they go from S to A tier. I still think they are a top 12 team.
Okay. I mean, you could make the argument that they should stay in S tier, but I'll tell you what, I don't think that they're as good as the 5 teams we have in there right now.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. All right.
Now they lost because to Miami.
Yeah, I think that's a great win at home. I think they go.
You almost said it. Then you. Oh boy. Here's my problem.
I'll let you give your argument, Jared. I'll let you give your argument this time about Miami.
They're just still Miami. Like, they did everything they could to let Notre Dame back into that football game. I think they have an issue closing. Part of the problem is that they have a quarterback and a wide receiver who both look really good. You got Beck from Georgia. They got the freshman, real shifty guy whose name is escaping me at the moment, but looks great.
Tony. Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi Tony. Thank you.
And CJ Daniels, no, he's not a freshman, but he's a senior. Looked really good as well.
Yeah. I mean, let's do it. Yeah. Let's put him in S tier.
Let's put him in S tier. Got a lot of teams in week 1 in S tier. All right.
Florida State and Alabama.
Florida State and Alabama. A lot of praise to Florida State here, just jumping up like crazy, and
deservedly so.
And the vice versa with Alabama dropping heavily as well, like 12, 13, 14 spots from where they originally were.
Unlike a lot of the games we just talked about, this one wasn't competitive. Bama got run off the field.
They did, yeah.
So, this team did this and this team did that, and you defended them or dropped. Almost all of the games we've talked about so far were settled by a score. Bama, however, lost by 14 points. Very decidedly 2 scores. Florida State, unranked, although they probably should have been.
I think they make the big jump in our board here. I think they go from C tier to A tier.
This is going to bring up an issue, Kyle, but we'll get to that in time. But that does bring up an issue. Now that,
and because of that, I think Alabama goes. They go in the B tier then.
See, here's the thing: they have to, because you and I made a mistake when we first made this tier list.
I know. Yep,
which is that we did not include a group of 5 team. I mean, we have to have 5 conference champions. We have to have a conference champion from 5 separate conferences in the top 12. Boise. All right. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll get to that in a second. Right now, I just want to talk about Kansas State. We had Kansas State in B tier. Since we made the tier list, they lost to Iowa State, and they just barely beat FCS North Dakota, which for everyone playing at home is not the very good North Dakota State. This is just standard issue North Dakota. Kansas State has to get out of the B tier.
Yeah. Yep, move them into C tier right now. They can easily go back into B tier, but they can move into C tier.
I don't know about easily, but we'll have that conversation.
What conference are they in, Jared?
The Big 12.
Okay.
There are 2 North Dakotas. At least. Yes, at least. There's North Dakota and there's North Dakota State.
Let's see. Boise State lost severely. So they go down to C tier as well.
Hey, Kyle, who did they lose to?
They lost to USF, which, yes, I would move them up to B tier.
Or excuse me? Well, let's put them in B
tier.
Well, again, we have to. Can I move? Can we just move Tulane? Can we skip to that part where I move Tulane up into B tier?
Tulane goes up too. So the three that we need to figure out who to move up to A tier is USF, Tulane, or BYU.
BYU's in the Big 12 now.
They are in the Big 12. That's right. All right.
Yes.
So USF and Tulane.
Yes.
I think USF has the bigger win.
Yes.
So
now you know why I was just moving USF up into A tier.
I have one last move suggestion. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
All right. I'm listening.
We move down from A tier.
Okay.
The Rebels. Only because of how well this other team looked.
Okay. I'm listening.
And that's the Gamecocks. Swap Ole Miss and the Gamecocks.
Okay. I don't like it, but I'm just going to let you have it.
Okay. I think we're going to see us moving around A tier a lot. We're going to move A tier a lot, but based on what I saw in week 1, I like what I saw from South Carolina against Virginia Tech.
I'll be honest, I'm not impressed. It's just straight up. I'll just say it.
Right.
I'm not impressed.
All right, fine. That's fine.
I think Sellers is overrated, but we'll figure. It's only week 2. We'll figure this out in time. Week 1 behind us, week 2 ahead of us.
Yep. So that is our tier list. So an S tier in no particular order.
No particular
Oregon,
order.
Penn State, Ohio State, Texas, LSU, Miami, and then in A tier we have the Devils of Arizona State, South Carolina, Georgia, Notre Dame, Florida State, and USF. A lot of teams in Florida in here, Jared.
B tier: Texas A&M, Michigan, Iowa, BYU, Texas Tech, Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss, SMU, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa State, Louisville, Clemson, Alabama, and Tulane.
And I think that's all we care about talking about right now. Unless you want to move Northwestern down to M tier.
That would require that we had expectations for them, which we did not.
This is true. Do we have any expectations that just completely just disappointed us?
What does M tier mean? It means massive disappointment.
Like Florida State is the definition of that last year.
Yes, sir.
Think Florida State.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Could you add UNC?
Oh, no. I Bill Belichick or no, I didn't have a lot of expectations for that. Again,
Fair.
If we started them in C tier, if they started the year in C tier, I don't think we can move them to M tier unless it's like dramatically bad. And one loss is not dramatically bad.
Fair enough. All right. That is our tier list. And with that, we'll take our first ad break going into us, the Sloopcast, where you can go to thesloopcast.com for all of our links. We can find our Discord page, YouTube, Patreon, merchandise, Spotify, all the links, anything and everything Sloopcast related. Again, that website is thesloopcast.com. Take that first ad break and be right back to our Sloop picks.
All right, Kyle. Week 1 of the Sloop picks. Esquire kicked our butts. He got 5 wins. You got 3 wins. I got 2 wins. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this instead of records because it's easier to count. That's if you're. Why is it points instead of records? It's just easier that way. And on the web version of the Sloop Picks. Not only did Esquire beat our butts here, but he also won the week in the web picks. So big week for Esquire.
Big week. All right. This week, we are not picking Ohio State and Grambling because
they aren't on the board.
Because Vegas does not want to put a number on it, and I don't blame them. So we're going to pick another team outside of Ohio State and Grambling. So let's go ahead and kick us off. Looks like you have them in order of when they play. So
when they
thank
play,
you, Jared, for doing that.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick off.
And also, we're just, because of the late picks and everything, we don't have a formal guest picker this week, but we do have Suncard in the live chat right now. So Suncard, let us know what your picks are. It looks like you're getting a bonus week.
Yeah. All right. First game here. We got Duke Blue Devils hosting Illinois. Noon game where Illinois is a 2.5 point favorite. I'll start with you, Jared, since you lost the week. So you.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you kick it us off.
That's just a low blow, Kyle. There's a lot of hype around Illinois right now, and I don't know how deserved it is, if I'm being real with you. So, I'm getting.
How did you do last week, Jared?
Who did they do it against, Kyle?
So no, I'm asking you. You tell me.
Kyle, we're under new time constraints this year. We need to do the
fine. Go.
Okay. So I'm in I'll believe it when I see it mode with Illinois. So if I'm getting points to take Duke, even if it's only 2.5 points, I'm gonna take those points. Give me Duke.
Well, I'll take Illinois. I'll take Illinois with the points on the road to Durham, North Carolina, picking up the win and cover.
Suncard's typing. We'll see where he goes.
Mm-hmm.
While he's doing that, Kyle, what's our next game?
Yeah, our next game is it's a fan favorite. It's Iowa and Iowa State. What is that rivalry called? Do they?
It's the family corn family of corn bowl. The Iowa corn and family and heartland values.
Suncard says Duke for the win. They will stop the run and heavy fronts. Ooh. All right, Iowa and Iowa State. It is playing. Where is it playing? Oh yeah, it is at Iowa State here.
It's always home team's always on the left, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you. Iowa State is a 3.5 point favorite here. I don't think that's enough. I think Iowa State's I think they're going to run away with this game here. So give me the Cyclones for the win and cover.
I do like Iowa State more than I like Iowa this year. Iowa State also has an extra game under their belt already. I think that probably says something. 3.5 points is not enough to scare me off. So I agree with you, Kyle. I'm gonna take the Cyclones.
All right. While we're waiting for Suncard, the next game on the list here, our third noon game. Oh, he says Iowa for the cover. Defense scores in this game. All right. SMU and Baylor, another noon game, and SMU is a 3.5 point favorite.
For the record, this is the one that replaced the Ohio State game. In case anyone's curious. I'm picking first. Jared. That's right. I'm picking first. My bad. I listen, I don't like either of these schools. I think they both have very questionable past. But I think SMU is pretty decently talented this year. 3.5 points not going to be enough to scare me away from picking them. Give me the Mustangs.
Yeah, same here. I I'll take the home team, and I will take the points. So give me the Mustangs.
SMU because the ACC won't pay them. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the Big Ten's doing the same thing to Oregon and Washington right now. All right, next up, Kyle.
Oregon hosting Oklahoma State. I had it. Look, I thought this was the Oregon State game, but nope. The other orange team, Oklahoma State. Oregon home 27.5 points. That's a lot.
Literally That's zero Sun card? I didn't realize it was that bad.
That's a lot of points, Jared. 27.5?
Yeah.
Oklahoma State beat UT Martin 27-7.
Knowing UT Martin, that's not impressive.
That's not that impressive, and they struggled. They struggled to run the ball. A lot of points kind of scares me to pick them, but I think I'm going to pick the Ducks to cover.
Yeah, too many points for me. I think Oregon wins. I think Oregon wins comfortably, but too many points for me. I'll take OK State. It's just too many points. I'm just not willing to eat 28 points. Sun card is typing. Why don't you let us know what the next? Well, there it is. OK State, same, huge points. Yeah, I think he's just copying and pasting what I said.
Okay,
which is fair.
That's fine. Florida hosting South Florida. 3:30 kickoff this Saturday, and the Gators are a 16.5 point favorite. I'll let you go first here with this one, Jared.
Yeah. Once again, we're still dealing with a lot of unknowns. South Florida,
well, as technically this is 4:15. It's 4:15 on the SEC network. But either way, sorry.
It's a mid-afternoon game, whatever.
Yep.
It's I think we're dealing with a lot of unknowns. As we just talked about in our previous segment, we have seen South Florida sort of at least surprise Boise, and of course at this point we don't know. Does that mean Boise is actually bad? Does that mean SFU is actually good? We don't know yet. It's week 2. We're still trying to figure this shit out. But if I'm going to get 16.5 points to take that gamble, I'll take 16.5 points to take that gamble. Give me the Bulls.
Yeah, it's tough when you look at one team who didn't really play anybody. Long Island University. Yeah, and they did everything that they needed to run away with that game. But then you have South Florida who beat Boise State decisively. Man, it's tough. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick South Florida. I'm going to pick South Florida as well to cover. Right, I think Florida will win comfortably, but that's a lot. It's a lot of points.
I'll let you know right now, I heavily thought about... I didn't, but I thought about this one for Collegiate Chaos. I thought about it. I didn't pick it, but I thought about it. I like South Florida here.
Sun card says Florida. I imagine there is some familiarity with the players, and pride would take over for the home team. Also, blue on blue is ugly.
Well, South Florida's green, so.
All right, next game is Mississippi State and Arizona State. 7:30 kickoff.
No, like when Florida wears all blue. Gotcha. No, I agree.
This is on ESPN2, 7:30 kickoff, and just double checking, making sure. Yep, the Arizona State is a 6.5 point favorite in this one.
Yeah. My turn? No, your turn. Your turn.
Nope. It is my turn. Gosh, I don't like Mississippi State. They were okay against Southern Miss. Arizona State was okay against Northern Arizona. But man, a lot of times when you're trying to figure out who to pick here, you kind of look at who has the better quarterback, who has a better defense here, and I just
sure.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and I think I'll pick Arizona State to cover here.
Kyle's going to go with Arizona State. I think Arizona State wins this game. However, I think Mississippi State probably keeps it a little closer than everyone's expecting. I think they get in under that 7-point mark. I think it's actually kind of I think Arizona State wins by 6.
Okay.
That's how I feel this game going out. So give me Mississippi State. Suncard says ASU. They heard they were A tier by the Sloopcast and they need to live up to it. Hey, I'm glad we're contributing.
All right, and last up here, we have Oklahoma and the Cheaters up north.
The Cheaters up north team.
7:30 kickoff on ABC, and Oklahoma, the Sooners, are a 5.5 point favorite at home. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off, Jared, and let us know who you picked?
I mean, isn't it obvious? Sooners.
Boomer Sooners is also my pick, Jared.
Okay. Listen, sometimes you have to make that super clear for me.
And Suncard picks Michigan. They will make this a muddy dog fight in the low teens. Also, puke.
Ooh, he says in the low teens. This is, at least for our web picks version of this, the tiebreaker as well, where you have to enter your score total. Not that we need to get into that on the show, but looks like Suncard's going to be going low on the sloop picks for the tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. All right, Kyle, that's our sloop picks. One more feature on this show, and that is Chaos Theory. Kyle, I hit Chaos Theory last week. I successfully predicted Florida State to defeat Alabama. Kyle went with his heart and picked New Mexico to beat Michigan, which unfortunately for everyone listening to this did not work out. Kyle, I would have celebrated you had it. Trust me, I would have. And Esquire picked Virginia Tech to beat South Carolina. That also did not happen. Suncard, let me know. Oh, no, you're welcome, Suncard. Let me know if you have a Chaos Theory pick as well. Mine is Iowa over Iowa State. Kyle, can you do the math for me on that? What is
I gotta find. I need to look at where Iowa is ranked. Iowa is ranked 16, so that would be 10 points.
Awesome. I have Duke defeating Illinois, which would be a value of 15 points.
Ooh.
Kyle, who do you have?
I just looking at all the games here.
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead. Ugh.
Yes.
These are tough.
Yeah. I think there's a couple decent options. I really do. I think there are a couple decent options. It's the early weeks of the season. I'm just vamping so Kyle has a chance to think. I think that there's a lot of teams out there that we don't know are actually bad yet. So I think that there's a lot of ripe picking out there. And
I know I picked them to, I know I picked them to cover, but
sloop picks and chaos theory are totally separate beasts. You don't have to justify it.
I'm going to pick the Bulldogs upsetting the Sun Devils.
Mississippi
State.
I don't dislike that at all.
And that, Jared, if I win, would be 14 points.
Oops. 14 points.
A tier out the window. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So once again, the guest pickers will be picking Iowa to upset Iowa State. Kyle's picking the upset of Mississippi State over Arizona State, and I am picking Duke to defeat Illinois. If you don't know, by the way, I didn't explain this if you're new here. The idea of chaos theory is that you pick a ranked team to lose to an unranked team, and you get points based off of like the what is essentially just the inverse of the ranked team's ranking. So if you pick number 1 to lose, you could get 25 points. If you pick number 13 to lose, you could get 13 points. That's a terrible example. Why did I use that one? If you pick number 3 to lose, that's worth 23 points. So on and so forth in that manner. So that's what we're doing here. We're picking an unranked team to defeat a ranked team. It's basically our upset of the week. All right. Kyle, do we have anything else for the show, or is it time to exit?
I think that's it. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. We updated our tier list. We did our sloop picks. I think we'll call that an episode.
Absolutely. Do you have anything in Kyle's corner for this week?
I do not. I do not.
That's perfectly fine. Tonight's ending music will be a band called Signals Midwest. In fact, I have a song picked already. The name of this song is Your New Old Apartment. So once again, this is Signals Midwest. Song is Your New Old Apartment. So with all that being said, I'd like to encourage everyone to drink local beers and listen to local music, and of course, support your local podcasters. Once again, this is Signals Midwest.